the thing?
Namarga.
Namarga.
Buonasera? No. How do you say good afternoon?
Buonasera.
If everybody says it at the same time, it'll make more sense. Buonasera.
Buonasera. Is it Sarah?
Bellissimo. Pomeriggio.
Pomeriggio.
Pomeriggio. Bo? B.
Buon appetito.
Well,
I didn't know that. I didn't know either.
we're learning. I'll start with Texan. Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all.
How's the weekend gone so far? Well, for Chuck's sake, let's talk to some of the gang. Thanks for bringing us up here. Happy as always to be here. Grateful. And let's talk to our Brazilian friend. Hi. Again.
I asked Jensen this question this morning. And
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
And he got a little offended, but I promise.
And you're going to do it again.
Yeah, I promise it's not an offense. It's just curiosity, okay? When United States loses the World Cup.
What is that? What's the World Cup?
For what country do you guys cheer up for?
Italy and Brazil.
That's hard to connect this audience. It's
No.
make a choice.
And Poland. And Japan. And Korea.
And France.
Deutsche.
Yeah, and the United Kingdom.
England. Yes.
And Spain.
And España.
And Argentina.
Argentina. I mean, I think as far as football, i.e. soccer, goes, we're pretty used to the United States losing the World Cup in men's soccer.
Exactly.
I have a question for you. When Brazil loses the women's World Cup, who do you root for?
I don't watch it.
Wow. Yeah, I do love watching the World Cup. I hope to go. Yeah, I think Italy's fun to watch.
Italy's fun to watch. I mean, Brazil is classic.
Brazil, y'all are like, I'm an actor for a living. Y'all's soccer players are fucking overactors.
Yeah, I agree.
Neymar rolled like 70 feet after this happened. And he just kept rolling like all the way back
It's
home
a
to
meme, right?
Brazil.
Yeah.
Is Brazil kind of like the Yankees of football?
Kind of,
Yeah, like they always win?
When they had Pele.
No,
and
in the
Ronaldinho.
past.
In the past.
In the past.
Yeah.
But not this year, right?
No,
Okay.
I guess Argentina
Yeah.
in the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta kind of go Mbappe right now, right? You gotta go France, you gotta go Messi and Argentina. Ronaldo, you can't go Portugal anymore because he's done.
I like Argentina. We have the rivals.
You hate French people.
No. I prefer the Latin people, right? We can relate, right? But Brazil and Argentina has this major rival history because of Maradona and
Pele,
Pelé.
Maradona,
Yeah. But I love
Mano
Messi, so
Mano de Dios?
not a problem to cheer up for them. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to watch.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you again. Oh my god. 14. Hi.
This is a very light question, but I need to know. I don't know about Europe, but I know that maybe you're a UFC fan. You mentioned before.
Yes.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Where are you from? Italy. I like Marvin Vittori. My favorite fighter, jeez. I do love watching mixed martial arts, and Cliff and I have been to a bunch of UFC fights. I think my favorite fighter, after UFC 300, it's hard to go against Max Holloway.
Yes.
He's such a BMF. So I like it. Do you watch?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
a lot.
Who's your favorite fighter, Vittori?
Charles Oliveira.
Say it again?
Charles Oliveira.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
You Bronx? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
What's BMF? I thought it was big. That reminds me of a supernatural related story that I can relate to because I don't know the UFC. But my first day on set in 2007, whatever, season 4, my memory is that you and Jensen were crowded around a phone and looking at like UFC videos or something, yeah. And you were so nice, and I'm, never really don't know anybody, and you're like, hey man, come here. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, you UFC fan? I was like, I dabble. I'm so not me. I like the fighting and the kicking. I didn't know anything. I was like, sure, yeah, show me.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Awesome. Grazie.
Thank you so much.
Grazie mille. Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So just a quick warning, it's a silly question.
Okay.
Great.
Ready.
So yesterday, Rob, you talked about you having a little thing about shrimp, right?
I love me some shrimp.
And then I remember from past con that Jared had a nickname, Jumbo Shrimp. So I wanted to know if it could be related or there is a story there, I don't know.
He's always been very tasty to me.
To all of us.
Do you? No. Hey, girl.
Hands off, sister.
Do you love me, jumbo me, or just normal me?
I like jumbo you. I like you fried. I like you broiled, cocktail sauce.
Skewered.
Especially skewered.
Yeah. Do you? Are you a fan of shrimp?
I do know that.
Okay. What is your favorite type of shrimp? Do it. You're amongst family.
Well, Jumbo, of course.
So the question is, if Jared is jumbo shrimp, oh man, what am I? What kind of shrimp am I?
Salad shrimp or shrimp salad?
No, just choose.
Oh,
No, that was his question. You can't answer a question with a question. You have to answer it.
scampi,
Scampy. Skimpy.
skippy.
Thank you. And here's to all the jumbo shrimp. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Megan. So, Jared, I love your dad jokes. We share the same sense of humor, and we haven't had any dad jokes during this con, and so I have one for you.
Yes.
And then hopefully you may have some for us or not, I don't know. So this is quite embarrassing really, but however, this is it. February can't March, but April, May.
Ah, I see. That's like why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8.
That's the
9.
same logic, you know.
Yeah,
That's okay,
yeah.
but months can be intimidating, so.
Months. We had a conversation with the word months in the green room. Anyways.
The word months.
The word months. Yeah, because Ricky says like moles.
Oh,
Moles.
right.
Jensen says like mas. Like he doesn't say the TH.
Oh,
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. I was like, how often do you say months anyways?
True, we don't very much.
Yeah, we don't say it often. I will tell you, never trust stairs. They're always up to something. You're
Were
welcome.
you in the green room today where we were watching the video of dad jokes?
No.
And someone told a really funny one. I hope I get it right. Oh man. Okay, the two robbers go into like a 7-Eleven, and one robber holds up a bottle of whiskey and says, "Is this whiskey?" And the other robber says, "Well, yeah, wobbly's usually whiskey." Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Wobbing is whiskey.
I like it. I like it. Very good. Where do where do generals keep their armies and their sleeveys? Thank you very much. Apologies. Sorry, everywhere. I blame her.
Wobbing. Wobbing is whiskey.
How are you?
I am
She's like wiping
good.
vomit off her. She's like, this is disgusting. These jokes suck.
No, do you know what it is? I swore that I wasn't going to be the one to bring the tone of the Q&A down, but here we are.
Well, what? You swore in front of everybody?
Yeah, it was like, oh my Chuck, I'm not going to do this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good sword.
So a question for both of you, but first of all with a preface, I'm a massive reader. I just want to say thank you, but especially to Jen for the book club. It's amazing. I love that you have Lee Verdugo this month. She's one of my favourite authors, so thank you very much.
Amazing.
So on that note, can you share a book that either of you've read that have changed you for the better and why it was so impactful?
Oh gosh. Amazing. Admittedly, I don't get as much time to read these days as I would like. I still do read a lot. Often it's scripts. There was a book called Whale Falls by Daniel Krauss, which is phenomenal.
It's amazing book.
Pony by Raquel, or RJ. She goes by RJ Palacio, which is love, and she's a friend. Like when we go to New York, we'll meet up with her and have dinner and whatnot. Those are the two that kind of come to my mind. I think I touched on this earlier, but for me, when I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, and we didn't have a whole lot, I didn't ever think I'd be in Rome meeting people from however many countries. I think Daniela said like 40, which is a weird blessing to look in the mirror and go like, hey, you're in Italy. Like I thought I'd only ever read about it or see it on TV or movies. My form of travel and education was reading. And so I still love it to this day. And I'm excited to do more of it now that I'm currently unemployed. So if anybody has a job to offer, I'll take it.
His hands go up.
I can be a pool boy.
But you can't break any more toes if you're a pool boy.
I still will. I can also be a wabo. Whiskey.
You can be jumbo shrimp.
I could be a jumbo shrimp. But yeah, those two, Pony and Wellfall, I'd go with right now.
I've read a lot of books that have like really I've loved. But when I think about like a book that was significant for me, when I had my stroke in 2013, and I'm in the hospital in Toronto, and a buddy of mine that lived there came to visit me in the hospital, and he brought me this book, and the book is called The Art of Baseball, but it's a fiction book about a minor league baseball team, and the two players in the team that were friends, and it's really good. It's a really good book, but in my memory, it's fucking great because I couldn't speak so good, but the whole thing was like, could I read? And I could read, so I read, and I was by myself for most of the time, confused, and but I could read. I couldn't speak. It was the weirdest thing about the brain. I couldn't speak, but I could read, and I read this book, and it was.
Intentionally, please. No broomsticks or.
I will say, we've talked about it a lot, and in hindsight, our episode where Sam and Dean and Jack dispense of Chuck, we were shooting, it was about an hour outside of Vancouver, so it was a long drive in, and the way the set was located, our trailers were nearby, and so we were all just there, dirty and sweaty and like mud and stuff because it was a stunt sequence, and we just laughed and had a good time. We also leading up to it, it was when you flew to Canada in 2020 after the pandemic, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks, and you like. When I say quarantine, like you weren't allowed to go into the hallway in your apartment complex. Like I had my dog with me, and I had to get a dog walker, and the way they had to do it is the dog walker has to contact you, and you set up your leash inside your door handle, put your dog on the leash outside the hallway, close the door, text them back and say like, hey, it's okay to come pick up Coda. They come, they knock on your door, say, hey, I'm here. Switch to their leash. Like it was absurd. But
it was the early days of COVID. So it was
early days of COVID, yeah.
You had to quarantine in a room by yourself for 10 days. So.
Yeah, but Jake Abel and Rob and Jensen and I, we were all quarantining. We started like this friend Zoom. Like we can't leave, so let's see each other. And so we would Zoom like in the 2 weeks leading up to that. And I think when we got to set, it was kind of an extension.
Yeah. We'd Zoom and drink.
We'd Zoom and drink.
Nothing else to do, right? You order alcohol delivered outside your door, and groceries. You know, you order the groceries, you order everything. But yeah.
And I wasn't drinking at the time. I was still in the year of not doing it.
Right.
And so I was like, well, they seem to be having fun. Shit.
Yeah. I guess I'm speaking for myself. I know that me and Jake were because there's a story where Jake was on the floor below me at our apartment.
Yes, please tell him.
And he's like, you have tequila up there? I'm like, yeah, I got tequila. And he's like, can I have some? I was like, sure. So I found a string, and I tied it on the bottle, and I lowered it to him while we're Zooming with these guys.
It's all on camera.
It's all on camera. So we set up our computers so that the guys, Jensen and Jared, in their 2 different apartments, could see us, and it's me lowering the bottle, and Jake receiving the bottle, taking it, pouring it, tying it, and then pulling on it, and going back up to my balcony.
By the way, as far as I was concerned, it was like a fucking teaser for a James Bond or Mission Impossible. I was looking at my computer like,
yeah, you were starved for entertainment. We made that video when we were shooting that final scene when they
Padalecki?
Yeah, Padalecki. Yeah.
That's what we would do. Has anybody seen Padalecki? Yes. So it was stupid shit like that. We were like, okay, let's have fun. Like we can't go back to our trailers. They're half an hour away. Let's grab some driftwood off of the beach and throw it. And grab your camera and we'll do this and that. So
like the caper, was it tossing the caper?
Yes, tossing the caper. Yeah.
That was fun. It was super fun. It was we were kind of isolated because there couldn't be a lot of guest stars. There couldn't be a lot of extra people because of COVID. So it's us and Alex and Jake.
Yeah.
Kind of isolated. So just entertaining ourselves.
And I will say this: there were certainly scenes, and during Supernatural or in my career, where you get the giggles. It's something stupid, but for the most part, speaking of us on stage, like when you work with somebody like Rob, you can fuck around in between takes, and then he's worked so much, he's so talented, that when they call action, like we're professionals, so we certainly have fun, but then they call action, and so when other guest stars would come on, and they weren't used to working with us, and we're like laughing in takes, and I'm like, okay, and cameras are on, and action. We'd go into character, and they'd be like, what? We were all just laughing a second ago, like, oh, how am I supposed to not laugh? So we all remain very professional between action and cut.
Yeah, that was the great thing about that show, too. It was a well-oiled machine. We could have fun, but then dial it in when we needed to.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Of course. Hi,
First of all, I'd like to say thank you. This is my first convention, and I'm just as happy as I can be. Everything is perfect, and I'd like to say thank you to the Supernatural family. They were all so kind. I found new friends. So thank you very much. I'd like to know if there was ever a moment when you read any script of Supernatural where you thought about us and thought, oh my God, the fans are not going to like this, and oh my God, the fans are going to love this.
As a matter of fact, one of the episodes that he and I did together with Ackles, was it the Real Ghostbusters?
Oh,
we're at a convention.
Yeah.
It was like, either this is going to upset them. Let me also say, sorry, to back up to the way you introduced your question about meeting friends and fans. So, here we are towards the end of a convention. And when we're not on stage or taking photos or signing autographs, we're all in the room just kind of freshening up, making sure we don't smell, eating some food, calling our families. And it's occurred to me that my favorite part of conventions are A, lifelong friends that I've met and gotten to know through conventions, and also A, seeing friendships and friendoms that happen among our supernatural family. And I've had so many instances where I've met people at a convention, they're like, oh, we've been friends for like 7 years online, and because we both like supernatural, and now we're going to conventions together, and it's like we have a girls' weekend, we stay up late, or hey, we meet together. So I fucking love that lifelong friendships are built within the SBN family. So thank you all so much. But yes, to answer your question, yeah, real Ghostbusters was scary. It was like, well, we love these things. Like, are we gonna make them? Are they gonna think we're making fun of them? Because we're not. Like, we didn't write it. But B, do they know that they're loved and respected, and we want to keep it like we love this? So yeah.
For that one, it was interesting because I hadn't been to a convention yet. My first convention was literally right after that aired, and it was mind blowing. Yeah, I was like, what? What the hell? What's this? What's real? What's fiction? And, but for me, it was the last episode of season 14 when I turn and I say, "Welcome to the end," and I have that whole thing with you shoot the gun or whatever. Like, I was like, oh my God, because by that point I built up this great relationship with the fans. They really liked me, and I bring the show down. I become your ultimate enemy, right? And I was like, shit. I literally thought, I was like, the fans are gonna hate me. And they did, but there were, when I came back in season 11, because then I wasn't on the show from 6 through 9. So when I came back, when I did a cameo in season 10, the 200th episode, I knew that was going to be a cool thing for the fans. And then when I came back, it kind of came out that I was God in season 11, and I played guitar in that one episode, and then see the boys at the end of the episode. I'm like, I got some explaining to do, whatever I say. I knew that was going to be cool, and well received. So that was a positive, yeah.
Thank you all for your goodness along the way. Thank you. Howdy.
I'd like to ask, since you both have kids, do you have any favorite kids' TV shows you love to watch with them?
Are you saying which of our children is our favorite?
Your favorite TV show for children that you love to watch with your children?
Do you have kids?
No, but
Not that you know of.
I'm a kindergarten teacher.
That was funny. It was a dad joke. What did you say? Your kids? No, not that you know of. Thank you. I'll start having seen a few different kid shows with my kids. Kid shows suck.
Yes, they do.
I loved Wild Kratts and Paw Patrol.
Oh, Paw Patrol. Everyone loves Paw Patrol.
Yeah. I love me some Paw Patrol and Wild Kratts.
So I'm in a unique situation because I have a 20-year-old and a 17-year-old and a 3-month-old. So obviously the 3-month-old hasn't done TV yet. So my shows.
She's not watching Supernatural yet?
Okay. I'm gonna wait till she's 1. But for the older kids, there's shows, I don't even know if these are still on, but my son loved The Wiggles. The Australian guys that sang The Wiggles.
Yeah.
Yes. And then also Thomas the Train he loved. And we watched those Thomas the Train things all the time.
Dinosaur Train. Fuck, Dinosaur Train is legit.
But now there's like a new generation of children's shows, and for Margaret, in a couple of years we'll start watching them, but there's Blue something, like Bluey. And do you know that one? Yeah, I haven't done that yet. So
it's been on a lot. I feel like I've walked through the living room and it's on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, kids are good. I'll eat.
Yeah. So I have to rediscover children's TV.
Yeah.
Because obviously The Wiggles isn't big of a splash. I got so into Calvin's favorite TV shows when he was little. Like, I became a bigger fan. I was like, The Wiggles are coming into town. They literally been in this concert, and I wanted to buy tickets. And Calvin was like, come on.
the Wildcats came. They're Canadian. They came into Austin. And we like took them and asked to get backstage and stuff.
That's amazing.
They're like, who are you guys? Yeah. Do you have any recommendations? I know you don't have kids that you know of, but
You know them. I mean, for the very little one, there's a British show called Postman Pat. It may be for Margaret in a few years. It's very
Postman Pat.
Okay.
Postman Pat. All the British people know it.
Is Peppa Pig? Is
Oh,
it-
Peppa Pig, yes.
I hate Peppa the Pig.
Okay.
I do. It's like, oh, Daddy, I have to go to the market. It's like, well, Peppa, you shan't go to the market. I'm like, is this like, are they trying to be Shakespeare? Is someone playing it? What's going on? I'm so confused.
Oh shit!
This is not a kid's show.
Best bachelor party ever.
Oh, it's happening. Ladies and gents, we know him and love him. I know you do too. Ricky Whittle. Mr. Bombastic himself.
I'm a little bit shy.
Yeah, no. Not good in front of people.
We get it. Is that our cue to...
How's it going? Is it good?
Let's go on. We were talking about... So, this is a nice pilot. We were talking about what's your favorite children's show? Exactly. We're literally talking about what's your favorite children's show.
Growing up? Or now?
No, right now.
Right
Right
now?
now.
This
Right
second.
now. For all those kids you might have out there.
You were not supposed to say! That was between us. What goes on in the green room stays in the green room, bro.
I didn't even. Yeah, well, you should be. I didn't.
It was one time.
Every day.
Love y'all. Are you up here now? Are we?
Are we going? Are we
You guys are on now. You
Ricky
guys get
Whittle.
to run away.
Jerry
Ladies and gentlemen,
Padalecki,
Jerry
Ron Benedict, everything.
Last call for last night for the crowd. I know we're going to have something to say.